damn if I'm going to change a light bulb that requires a ladder. Damn if I do anything that requires a ladder in this house.
Or a powered
Or a
tool.
power tool.
Yeah.
Or a nail and hammer.
Take the lead, yeah, we taking charge. Mama, dad, the matriarch and patriarch. That's gonna have to do us part. Damn, my family got my heart, 100 exclamation marks. You know I'ma raise the bar.
What's up, party people? Welcome back to Raise the Bar. My name is Bret Green. This is my lovely wife, Marlene, rocking the powder blue.
Hello.
I always point out your
I
outfit.
know, you're always pointing out my outfit. Okay.
Because you're always styling, girl.
Thanks,
Raise the Bar podcast. This is not an advice show. We don't know what we're doing.
No.
We're just talking about life experience. We've been married for 2019. We've been married almost 7 years now. Dating for almost 10. And so, we've been through a little bit of life together. We got 2 young kids, a 4.5-year-old daughter and a 15-month-old son. We're just trying to raise the bar on trying to be better parents, be better partners, sons and daughters and brothers and sisters and the whole 9 yards, and just be better. Every week we have a topic that we talk about. We don't really know too much about what the topic's going to be. We kind of just let it flow and see where it goes. So let's see where this one goes.
All right. What's today's topic?
So I want to talk about something that happens pretty regularly on my Instagram, my Dad Got Bars Instagram.
Okay.
So if you haven't seen what I do on Instagram, I pick out these comments that people leave either on my page or that I see on other people's pages sometimes, that are just like misogynistic and toxic and just shitty, honestly. And then I make songs about them. I call them clapbacks. It's called Clapback Dad Rap. I am the millennial rapping dad, and a lot of them tend to revolve around like gender norms. Like people
Okay.
have a really big issue when they see a video where I like have my nails painted, like our daughter has painted my toes or my fingers.
Right.
Or like I mentioned once that I was a stay-at-home dad, and like I was a stay-at-home dad like to the truest extent for like 2 years with our daughter. And now like, you've been working from home for so long, and like, I guess technically I'm a stay-at-home dad, but I'm not like in the true sense of like I'm home all day by
Not
myself
anymore,
with kids and you're out working, making all the money. Like,
no, not anymore.
it's not how it works.
Yeah.
Thankfully, with a lot of this stuff that we've been doing, like I'm able to make money just by posting videos on the internet, which is awesome. But a lot of men have, and even some women have this outdated kind of antiquated idea of what men and women should be doing in a marriage and a household as a mom and dad.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of curious, like, I mean, I know where you stand, but like, in your own words, what is it like being married to a cuck, soy boy, gay, fucking?
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
These are all things that I've been called on the internet.
Okay, I'm like, I don't know any of those.
Soy boy, cuck.
What is soy boy?
Like soy, like
soy
sauce?
sauce?
No, soy more like soy, like soy milk, like men aren't supposed to
Spoiled
drink
milk?
No, soy.
Oh, soy like the plant?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. Like men aren't supposed to drink or eat soy that much because it's not good for like your testosterone, I guess. So it became an insult.
Wow.
So they're like, call you
that's just too deep.
a soy boy or a cuck, which is like a cuck is like a guy who likes to watch other guys like bang his wife or something like that. I know.
Fuck.
They've come up with some really interesting insults.
People need a life.
Yeah. So anyway, what's it like being married to a guy like that?
It's fucking great. I mean, I don't understand what the fucking problem is. I don't understand why can't a dad get his nails painted by his daughter. To me, that just tells me that you're not a good dad. To me, that tells me that you have a problem with your own identity. And that's what that is. And so then you feel the need to put someone else down because you have a problem with your identity. Also, like, mind your own fucking business.
That part.
Like, and also, like we thought, are you trying to hurt my feelings? Because, like, nice fucking try. I don't really give a shit what you think. It makes my kids smile.
Yeah. Yeah, and
It actually really gets me fired up. It gets me pretty annoyed because I just feel like people are so ridiculously dumb.
Yeah, at first it bothered me. And now unfortunately I've kind of become numb to it.
Well, yeah.
And I'm just like, or fortunately, I guess, where I'm just kind of like, yeah, nothing you're going to say, like, The latest one was somebody saw a video where like I like kissed our son.
Yeah.
Like on the lips. I've kissed both of our kids on the lips. It's not that uncommon. Like I know most
I bet they
parents
fucking kiss their dog on the lips. What's weirder?
Yeah, right. And so and some people are like, "Oh, you're a pedophile." And I'm like, "Do you know what a
Clearly they
pedophile
don't
is?"
understand the definition of a pedophile. There's that part,
So,
and
like,
that's
also-
concerning. I just think that that's another version of someone trying to put someone down because they're not confident in their own shit.
Yeah, they hate themselves.
Like that is literally like 101 of understanding someone's confidence is if you put other people down, then you don't have confidence because confident people don't give a shit about what other people are doing.
Well, no, and one of my favorite, I forget who said it, but one of my favorite quotes I ever heard from somebody in this like modern era, they were like, nobody who's doing better than you in life is ever going to take the time to stop and talk shit to you in your comment section. Like, it just doesn't happen. Like, if someone's like killing it in life, they are not stopping to talk shit to strangers
No, but
online.
you know what? Thank goodness these people talk shit because it ends up having you make all these songs. And this is literally what has made you like known in a little bit in this community is the fact that you make these clapback dad raps. And a lot of it, sometimes it's not even like, you know, I couldn't like, what do you think people would have said about like you during like the IVF process with me? And like taking like doing all of my shots and helping rub my butt with the oil for the progesterone oil so it could smooth out. And I bet people be like, you fucking simp.
That's another one.
You fucking simp. Helping your wife.
Yeah, apparently it's super gay now to
help
to,
your
like,
wife,
love your female wife. Yeah, it's real gay.
I think people just don't understand the definitions anymore. I think they're just confused. Like maybe
there's
that's
a lot
what
of
it
angry,
is.
a lot of like just like angry men.
I don't even think it's just men. I actually think that there are women
for
that get
sure.
mad at men for doing these things. Like you have women that are not down with your.
And it's called. I learned recently. It's called internalized patriarchy, which basically means they're usually like older women from like older generations.
Okay.
They've kind of been brainwashed. Or not even brainwashed,
Yeah,
but
I
just
don't
like
know if it's
conditioned.
brainwashed. Yeah, conditioned. I think
but
that's
it could
right.
be either way. Conditioned to be like men are in charge.
Yeah.
And just follow what they say.
Yes, like do you remember?
Be a good little soldier.
I think we kind of talked about this in another episode when we went out to dinner, and the waiter essentially like said what I wanted to drink, said it was on the way, like didn't really give me a choice in the matter, and you were like, "Oh wow, like did you like that?" And I'm like, "No, I fucking hated it. How dare you think that you just know what the fuck I want?" I mean, he was right, but that's a different story. We're talking about wine.
That bomb ass glass of wine.
Yes. So
it was funny. So we went to dinner with a friend and this waiter, and it was funny because I was watching you, and it was like one of those situations where we all hear like, and I think to a certain extent it's true. Where like women do want to be led.
Yes.
But like not by a fucking waiter, not like a stranger, like by their husband or by like what I mean.
Yeah, but like we also don't want to be led in every direction. We want to be able to be led in the ones that we want to be led in because we're women and that's how we are. We only want what we want.
Well, one of the funniest ones ever was somebody said something like someone said something really stupid online like women want to be dominated. They love being dominated. And I was like, I don't think that's true. And I asked you, I'm like, women love to be dominated. Is that true? And you're like, what? No, that's dominated.
No,
that's such a strong word. And so I put a message out on most of my followers are women on Instagram. I put a message out and I was like, chat, women love to be dominated. Like this guy's wrong, right? And I swear to you, like 85% of the women who actually responded were like, I mean, in the bedroom.
Yeah, but being dominated doesn't mean just in the bedroom.
But that also doesn't mean like, I think some men think that means like being like choked and smacked.
Yeah,
like,
I think
chill the fuck out. Like,
I think every person has a different definition of it.
Okay, what does the definition of dominated mean to you? And like, let's say in the worst way, what would a man dominating a woman be like in the worst way?
Telling me what I can and cannot wear, telling me where I can and cannot go, asking me questions about why I'm doing something.
Okay.
Expecting me to like, be the like gender norm in the household.
Like do the cooking, do the cleaning.
Yeah.
handle the
without
kids,
a thank you, without any kindness or anything like that. More like it's expected. Like to me, like that's them trying to dominate me. Because to me, in my opinion, when a man feels like he needs to control and dominate his wife, to me that means that he wants to decide her life. She no longer gets to decide who she wants to be and what she wants to do. He now has taken over, and it is him that gets to decide. And to me, I'm like, bye.
And that's probably
Absolutely
just because
fucking not.
in the history of the world, the most world leaders have been men, just because that's kind of how society was like designed. And that doesn't mean that's how it should be or needs to be. And I think a lot of people just sort of have like, well, kings and presidents and princes and all these whatever, they've always
Except
been
for Queen Elizabeth.
True. But it's such a small factor, a fraction of people that are leaders of countries and kingdoms and whatever else have been women. And I think honestly, like, let's give women a fucking shot. Let's let them see. Let's see what they got. It's because people always love to say like, "Oh, we're not ready for a female president because women are too emotional." I'm like, have you seen our fucking president's tweets? Emotional, like this dude's one of the most emotional people ever, and I'm not just talking about.
And also, like, who gives a shit if we have feelings? Actually, we probably would be able to make way better decisions because we understand our feelings. We're not confused by our feelings. We're not afraid to show fucking feelings. We're not afraid to be like, oh, this is not a good idea, or you know what, I made a mistake, I shouldn't have done that. Like, women can admit to that shit. Men fucking hate admitting when they're wrong. So actually, I think a woman would do fucking great. And I hope that our fucking country and all this fucking bullshit, one day, that our children will get to see a different perspective. I'm not saying it's the right perspective. I just think it'd be nice to see something different.
Well, and you know what's funny is like when people are like, oh, like women can't lead. Like, okay, when you go on vacation and you're going to book flights for the whole family and you're going to book the hotel and all that, is it mom or is it dad typically? Who is it?
It's mom.
Right? And when you're going to the grocery store and you got to pick out what are the kids going to eat for the next week? What clothes are they going to who's making all of these decisions?
Mom, can I also take something a little farther?
Yes.
Whenever there is a person in power, in the world that I've experienced, in the like chief level executives at Fortune 500 companies, guess who is always the assistant?
Women, for sure.
Women. Because we know how to run shit. We know how to multitask. We know how to prioritize. We know how to tell you what to do and when to do it and how to do it. And so you hire women. And it's like, so why can't we just like understand that women are badasses? And it's like, you know what? It's not even that women are badasses, because there are men that are fucking awesome and that respect women and don't have these gender norm thoughts and expectations on a man or a woman. But I think like it would be such an interesting place if there was more men that respected women as just human beings versus you're a woman, therefore it's X, Y, and Z.
Well, and that's your perspective of like an assistant and like a C-level person in like a big corporation, right? But then there's the other side where other people's perspective is like, oh yeah, like of course like the CEO is a man and his assistant is a woman. Yeah. And that's how it's always been too. Is like a woman has always been the assistant. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like there's a reason why assistants are typically women, and they are like the work wife. They are the one that's holding it all together. They've got the calendar, they've got everything, the travel, accommodations, all that shit. So like let's not pretend that like women are incapable of like being in charge. Yeah. And they need to be led, and they're these like helpless, like they need a man, like, oh, please tell me where to go. Like it's that's not always the case. And I think that some men genuinely think that women like need them. That's crazy. And I've been seeing this big kind of shift, at least from what I see, just like in my comments section in the conversations that happen of women being like, oh yeah, like I don't fuck with men anymore. Like I don't even date. I'm celibate. Like I don't even play anymore because like I just don't even want to get involved. Like I'm sitting it out. Women are more likely to, and there's stats behind it where like women. If they're alone as they grow older, like they're straight, like they're good. But a man, by the time he's in his 60s and 70s, he gets real fucking lonely. He
Mhm.
starts trying to date 20-year-olds and shit. And like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like, look at all these fucking rich 50, 60, 70-year-old guys
Yeah.
who are trying to date fucking like college students. Like, what are you doing? Because women their age are like, absolutely fucking
I'm not dealing with your shit.
Question then.
Yeah.
So we talked about in a negative perception of what like being dominated is. What would a positive, like, if women, and I know you said like, I don't think that's true, but if women truly do like to be dominated by men, what does that mean to you?
It's definitely, if it's a positive thing, it's probably in the bedroom.
What does that look like?
It depends for every person, but telling you what position you're gonna do, deciding when you can and cannot have certain things in the bed, like during intimacy.
Or is
I
some
don't
of that
know,
even just like,
blindfolding. I don't know.
is some of that even just like taking and not just in the bedroom sense, but like some of that, and I still don't think dominated is the right word. When I think of dominated, I think of like, because I played sports growing up, I think of sports, I think of dominating your opponent, like punishing them, no mercy. Like, it's not a positive thing.
It's not usually.
It's a weird word to use.
Yeah, no, I definitely think, I've definitely been in a relationship where intimately it felt very dominated, and it felt very like I'm only going to do what I want to do.
Selfish lover.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
No, it's not cool. And so it's not, I don't know that it's something that is for everyone.
Probably not. Would you consider me a selfish lover?
Fuck no. Not at all.
Good. I think I knew the answer, but I had to get it on the record.
Yeah.
But I think, but no, also I think like, in going back to, again, I think dominated that word does like sound a little bit just more like sexual.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to, so that's not the right word, I think, in the broad sense of things. But I think, what maybe the women are trying to say is, we just want you to like make a decision. Don't make me make another fucking decision.
I love when you definitely take over on some things and I don't have to think. It is so nice because all my brain does is think, like all day. Like, when we lay down in bed and we're like about to fall asleep, and then I start asking you a million questions about the next day.
Yeah, like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
like,
and you're like,
I'm like almost asleep.
And sometimes you don't even respond because you are asleep.
You
and my brain is like, I'm thinking of all the things, the checklists that has to go on.
Who packed the busy bag tonight?
You did pack the busy bag. And why did you pack the busy bag?
Because you were doing something else.
What was I doing?
Registering our daughter for preschool.
It was a divide and conquer.
So, but I did that intentionally. I was like, I'm
that.
gonna make sure she gets a shower. I'm gonna make sure she gets in her jammies. I'm gonna make sure we get the busy bag packed. I'm gonna make sure all that.
Yes, and I appreciate that, and I think that this is an example of that. We're not in a gender norm relationship. We are not in a relationship where just because I'm the mom, I do the things, and just because you're the dad, you do the things. Although there are certain things that you are like, no. Damn if I'm going to change a light bulb that requires a ladder. Damn if I do anything that requires a ladder in this house.
Or a power tool.
Yeah, or a nail and hammer.
Yeah. No.
You're like,
no, or like carrying heavy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need you.
Groceries, don't even let me carry a grocery in.
Driving.
I
don't need you driving.
Nope.
And you're not a bad driver.
I'm a great driver.
Yeah, no, you're a good driver, but like, no,
pump the gas.
I'm not gonna sit in the passenger seat. Like,
I know you can't do it.
I know some guys do, but I am not a passenger princess. Like, and if you want to drive, like, let me know. But like, when the few times that you do drive and I'm in the passenger seat, I feel like such a little fucking bitch. I'm just sitting in the passenger seat looking out the window. Like, I fucking hate it. I hate it. I'm like, no, I want to drive. I don't want to sit in the passenger seat. Like, I got my whole family, my kids are in the back, and they're looking at me just like sitting in the passenger seat, like, on my phone, checking Pinterest or some shit. Like, no, I want to drive.
Yes, there are certain things that you do like doing, but I honestly don't even feel like that's a gender norm thing. I feel like that's just the things that you enjoy. If that's your way of like protecting, that's your way of being like, I'm taking care of.
It feels a little bit gendery, like
Well, because what they are very gender, like stereotypes of what gender norm would
feels
be.
like I am the husband, I am the father, I am supposed to be the man of the house. Like, I'm gonna drive, I'm gonna get up on the ladder, I'm gonna get up on the roof and hang the Christmas lights, I am going to install this toilet, I am going to fucking rewire the lights and shit. Like, I'm gonna do the power tools and things like that because or like we're going to the airport, like I'm gonna carry all the heavy shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
And
gosh,
it's not
if
even
I try to pick up a bag, woo,
it's not even
I'm in trouble.
and it's not even like, I hate to sound like superficial or like but it's not about appearances, but it all a little bit kind of is. I'm like, I'm not trying to walk through a busy ass airport with my wife carrying like 6 bags and me like holding like our daughter's hand. You
Well,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
of
Like,
course.
I'm just like, I don't want that doesn't make me feel good.
I think also you do it to set an example to like our
Her.
daughter.
Yeah, like you better find a
Oh my gosh,
partner.
what was it that you were doing or I did something and our son was so little and it really got at you and you were like, I do not want him to see. Oh my gosh, what was it? I can't remember. Do you remember you got really upset because I was doing something in front of him that you would typically do and you got very upset and I was like, he's like 4 months old.
I don't remember
And you're like,
that.
I don't ever want him to see you doing that. That's my job. And I was like,
Well,
okay. And I think the problem is also like I'm a very like, babe, I can fucking do it.
no, and you're capable for sure, but I just yeah. And like, if you've mentioned this, like our house is very like fluid. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if the lawn needs to get mowed and you're like, fuck it, I got some time and I kind of want to I want to get some sun and be outside, then fucking mow the lawn, babe. That's great. I don't care. Or like, if the dishes need to get done, like I mean, I always do the dishes, but like if the dishes need to get done, I'll do them. The laundry needs to be done, I got no problem fucking doing it. You need me to mop the floors and clean the windows, like I'll Mary Poppins that shit. I don't care. I'm not gonna be like, well, it's kind of gay if dad fucking does dishes.
I bet you if someone saw you doing some stuff, they'd be like, gay. Which like people are so dumb. Don't people remember that gay is also happy?
Or like, there's a lot of gay guys that are like, that would beat the fuck out of you, like that are like strong as shit. Like, if you've been to West Hollywood, like the gays out there are like on steroids.
Have you ever? Yeah, right.
Those dudes are fucking jacked. I wish
Oh
I
my
was.
gosh,
I
they
wish I
are
had the
so-
body of
I
a gay
know,
guy in
I
West
know.
Hollywood. They're fucking ripped.
They are so ripped.
Like the dude that bought our house, ripped, just jacked.
Oh yeah.
Gay dude
Yeah.
in LA. But like, yeah, no, it's funny because I don't I got distracted by thinking about gay dudes, just fucking just jacked gay dudes all of a sudden. What the fuck?
It's because
no,
you're on your
oh,
workout journey right
yeah,
now, and so
right?
you're like, how
Yeah.
did they do that?
I've
Are
been-
they eating as much protein as I'm eating?
I've been
Like,
getting,
I
I've
need
been
their
getting after
secrets.
it lately. No, it was that stupid that guy that calls himself a pastor that was like, oh yeah, I tried to do the dishes and my wife was like, what are you, gay? And I'm like, first of all, that's a really weird thing to say. Second of all, like, you're a pastor in a church and you thought that was like a fun joke to make. Super weird.
Well, it's because of the type of church, probably.
But it's like that kind of shit. I don't need my, like, I'm trying to set an example for our kids. Like, yes, there are certain things that like a man should do, and I want my daughter to like look at me and be like, that's how I should expect a man to treat me. But I also want her. I don't want her to just like think that she has to be one way, and boys have to be one way, and like
Right.
that's it. I just feel like that stifles their like creativity and like limits them and puts them in a box that they just like don't need to be in.
Yeah, and I think that it's also really important because as right now we'll say our daughter because she's, the oldest. When she starts to get older and she's in situations, she's going to learn that if someone says, "Oh, cuz remember like one boy said girls can't play guitars?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh." And then we were like, no, 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 excuse me, hi. And we like listed off and showed her our like musicians. And we always point out when women are doing different things that you would think that a boy does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, it was so cool. I was showing her, oh, I forgot the name of it. And that's so silly because I was saying it all day today. Artemis 2 is the spaceship that
Oh, yeah.
launched. And we were looking at the like videos together, and she was very fixated on the fact that there's a female astronaut.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, babe, like women go to space. Like women
There's
are
been a lot of them.
really smart and really cool. And she was like, that's so cool. And she was just like, cool. And then, but I loved that she recognized and saw like, oh, look, there's a girl amongst the. Oh.
Well, you were talking about how our daughter was like came home from school when she was like 3 years old.
Yeah.
And was like, oh yeah, like someone at school said like girls can't play the guitar.
Play guitar, yeah.
Tonight her and I were playing American Girl. Yeah, Dad plays American Girl. So fucking gay. And I was like, oh, she was like, oh, we were playing gymnastics, and she's like, do a backflip. And I was like kind of like wanted to test her, and so I had my character be like, oh well, you know, girls can't do backflips. And she goes, that's not true. Girls can do anything boys can do. I was like, that's right,
Yeah,
girl.
that's so cute. I love that. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do you think that it's still appropriate to say that's gay?
I mean,
Or like
the way I just did, like in an ironic.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think if you're being like ironic about it, or you're like making fun of the fact that somebody else actually says it in that way. But do I think it's cool to like genuinely use the word gay as like an insult, or as like a to describe something that's I don't think that people should do that.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, because like we've come so far with so many different phrases and terms and different types of, you know, same sex, different sex, different whatever, that I'm like, is that almost like a dated term? Because we're millennials, right? So when we think of our boomer parents and things they used to say, but like as millennials, is that like a dated phrase where now there's something else? Like maybe we need to ask like our like Gen Z niece and nephews.
You know what's sad is I think it came back, and they didn't find anything else. Like if you're gonna, because like when we were younger, we used gay as like, it was kind of like an insult, but it wasn't like, a lot of us weren't trying to be like homophobic with it.
Right.
It was just a word that sort of became synonymous with like less than or weird or whatever. Right. And which is wrong, totally wrong. And we like went through a phase where as a society we corrected that. And we're like, let's not do that anymore. Right. And then it was like, let's find another word for that. And it's like they never found another word, and they just went right back to it. Oh. It's kind of what it feels like maybe. And also the R word is like completely bad.
Oh no, I don't even like, say it. I refuse.
I'm not gonna say it, but I'm like,
no.
People like,
that's not okay.
People throw it around like it's nothing, and I'm like, hold on a second, like, no. Like no, it's fucked up. Don't say that word. Okay, what was the original topic? Gender norms?
Gender norms. I think you can paint your nails.
Yeah, I can paint my nails.
You can play with Barbies.
You can mow the lawn.
I can mow the lawn. I can play trucks with my son.
You can't get on a ladder. Yeah. Just because I don't want you to get hurt.
You're so sweet.
That's all.
Boo-boo. You're such a sweet boo-boo.
You can get on top if you want. You can dominate me. Men like to be dominated too.
They do, actually.
It's a whole category. Anyway. I mean,
dominatrix.
What are you doing later? It's only 9:45. All right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here on that note, because I don't know. It's only 9:45. Let's see what I can do. Maybe, you never know. So if you liked it, if you liked the show, subscribe to us. We're trying. We have a goal. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. Seems like a very long way away.
Oh my gosh! Like it doesn't even seem possible.
No, anything is possible. We're at 17,000 right now, so we only need like 83,000 more subscribers, and we'll be there. So hook us up.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, tell you if you have like you and 83,000 of your friends could subscribe to our YouTube channel. That would be dope. We drop 2 episodes every week, Tuesday and Thursday, so keep an eye out for that. Be kind. Be nice. If you see some shit, honestly, on social media that you don't like, here's a thought. Just like scroll past it. Like, you don't even have to stop and like say some mean shit.
Don't
Even
be
on this
mean.
video.
Don't
Like,
be mean.
don't be mean. If you don't like shit, you know, but if you see something that's dope, like, support people. All right, just be nice. Be fucking nice. That's all I got.
Okay, cool.
Okay. On that note, raise it up.